Guten Morgen, Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I hope you are doing well in the start of the week because it's Monday. Today, mega update. It's a mega, not a normal update. A mega update about Juventus where we will speak about three men. Thiago Motta and what we are seeing on the field with a lot of newness, but also the three players that are impressing Thiago the most. Then we'll try to enter in the phone of Cristiano Giuntoli, because things are heating. He is on fire. There are a lot of names that are about to leave Juventus and some names that could potentially already join Juventus in the next few hours. So pay attention to the Mercato update. And then we'll finish with, or maybe we'll anticipate it, with Francesco Calvo, the third name, the one that is taking care of the sponsor. And I know that you are extremely curious about the sponsor because you see the new shirt. Collection piece. Fantastic. Beautiful. But a lot of you are asking, Beppe, we need a sponsor now because show me the money. We need some money and we also want a beautiful sponsor. We have newness about that. So put a maximum of like if you haven't yet. Please continue to subscribe to the channel that is growing in extremely fantastic way. I'm extremely proud about that. But there is one thing that I would love to. The last video that reached a record in the last few days was the one of Cabal with 888. Can we reach 900 or go even beyond? It depends on you. If you want to support me as a content creator, you know it. You don't have to pay. It's totally for free. But a like would be really appreciated. I would love that this video goes beyond the 900 likes. So if you did, now we can start with yesterday. Who was stealing the show? Who stole the show yesterday? Tarik Muharemovic, the player from Next Gen that was also captain last year with our young players. Fantastic. You know it. The rituals, the thing that is now a habit, the initiation song for the players that are there with the first team. We saw Di Gregorio chanting, a lot of players, and then Tarik Muharemovic, the last one that went with a total crazy rap. Incredible. Dusan Vlahovic, he couldn't stop laughing because it was extremely nice. It went already immediately viral on social media. And if it made me smile, if I love the moment, well, probably it's a bit more reaching the young generations. Why I fell in love yesterday with Kefren Turam. Not because he was singing in Italian. Il mio canto libero di Lucio Battisti, not because he was singing in Italian, that is impressive for a French player, but for the fact that he's referring to the past, for the ones that are as old as me, for the nostalgic Juventini, for the older Juventini. Well, we perfectly know it was not just a coincidence that he has chosen that song. He prepared it because he knew that he would sing Il mio canto libero, referring to 2003. Where the entire Juventus team, they were invited at Sanremo Song Festival, important in Italy, for a charity. They all were singing, well, some better than others, especially Ciro Ferrara singing fantastically well. But who was also there on that podium? Papa, Lilian Thuram was there. And that song referring to that 2003 where Lilian Thuram was singing as well. It's touching. Of course it's touching. It's making me fall in love even more. I love this kind of moment. So after Kefren joining the team of his father, after Kefren meeting Zio, Uncle Pessotto, after Kefren Turam singing Il mio canto libero, I can't wait to see his first celebration, because if everything is going well, that first celebration will also refer to Papa Lilian and his goal against Milan when he was wearing that black and white shirt. I can't wait. Well, that was for the funny moment. Speaking about French, before entering Juve, Thiago Motta, etc., for the French community that are also watching this channel, yesterday I recorded a video with journalist and friend Elvin Defazio on his channel. Si vous voulez aller voir, abonnez-vous à sa chaîne si vous ne l'avez pas encore fait parce que c'était super intéressant. En tout cas, moi j'ai apprécié parler en français de la Juventus, ça faisait longtemps. Donc grazie à Elvin Defazio for the people that wants to go and discover also Juventus in French. Go and watch him. That being said, we go towards Thiago Motta, Cristiano Giuntoli, Francesco Calvo with Tutto Sport. Juve impara a sorprendere. Juventus, prepare yourself to surprise the opponent. I'm asking Thiago Motta personality, behavior, character, but also initiatives. With the ball, you need to dare. I love that. We will go into detail, but first, of course, I need to tell you the three names that are impressing Thiago Motta the most. And you will probably also be surprised, especially for the first and the third name. The first name, the one that is impressing the most at the moment, you will probably never guess it, except if you already read the news, is Manuel Locatelli. He came back from his holiday after not being called up by Spalletti with that sense of revenge, with the eye of the tiger, speaking about Tiger, don't go to TikTok and watch the TikTok of Di Gregorio on Juve TikTok, because I don't know how you will react. The eyes of the Tiger of Manuel Locatelli, incredible. He has a will. He wants to prove himself. He knows that in every single lineup that we are working on is never in the starting lineup, and he wants to be there. Even if Thiago Motta said it, 23, 24 players, they will have to fight in the week, meritocracy. Well, Locatelli understood the message and is doing everything he can. When I'm telling that name will surprise a lot of you, it's because he received a lot of criticism. And a lot were even correct, sometimes a bit exaggerated, even when he was doing great things. Because they were not offensive things, because they were not in the build-up, well, we were also negative on the things that he was doing well. I think that he was criticized a bit too much, but it's true that we are waiting a lot from Locatelli, much more than what we already saw. I think that you understood the message. The second name, it's not a surprise because we already spoke about him. Thiago Motta already spoke about him. It's Vasilije Adzic. The guy is impressive. The guy is already a first-team player, or at least at the moment, with what he's showing that preseason. He's doing everything, he's showing everything. That he's saying, I'm not a next-gen. I will not even go. I will not even meet Montero. I will stay here in first team. And that's really beautiful to see. If you go back to the video of yesterday of Juve, 11 minutes of pure joy. Training session, arrival, chance, everything is there. Every emotion, you are able to watch it there in that video. Well, we see also Adzic, when he has the space to go and shot on target, is taking his chance. And the third name that will also surprise a lot of you is the one of Fabio Miretti. That also in that clip you can see at a certain moment that he's dribbling the entire team before scoring. Well, when you're saying dare to do it, dribble, go, take initiative, well, looks like Fabio Miretti also understood that message. And he's doing it really well. Yesterday, Locatelli, Adzic, Miretti, they are at the moment there. Not only yesterday, but since the beginning of the preseason. And I'm happy for a kid like Miretti, because I tell you, and I will repeat you endlessly, for me that watched not all, but from a certain moment, all his youth progression, I can tell you, following him, the guy has so much skills, so much potential. He is a player that really can play in vertical, that can score with his left, with his right. Unfortunately, we didn't see it in first team, except of some glimpses of Miretti. He was also extremely unlucky with all the posts that he hit, but it's a player that, according to me, deserves a bit more spotlight and respect from a lot of people. So what is he asking Thiago Motta? Intensity, intensity, intensity in every single training session. And we continue to hear the voice of Simon Collinet, that now you already know, of course, because he became with that non c'è più riposo, subito, subito, a real viral person, one that the players, the fans, we love him, Simon Collinet. Well, the training session 2 times a day are quite short, 60, 75 minutes, but full of intensity from the first second. From the first time that we are whistling, bam, 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 aggressivity. It's not over. New mentality. That's important. Sacrificing for the team. And also, when we are asking about sacrificing for the team, being able to play different roles. Being able not only to attack, but also to defend if in case of need. Well, it's not a surprise that the Locatelli is impressing. High rhythm, high tempo, a lot of sacrifice, and also accelerating. And Locatelli is shining, like we also see in the title of Gazzetta dello Sport. Decision making, important. Freedom to take initiative and take some decisions, having always the ball at the center of the project. And then we also see that we need to change some important stats from last season, of that pass accuracy, of that ball possession, on going and looking for the contrast, going on duel and dribbles. That's what I wanted to say. I don't want to stay too long on that topic. From the 3 topics, let me know if there is one topic that I need to come back on later today with more details. Otherwise, this video will be like 30, 40 minutes, and I think that it's maybe a bit too much. So let me know what you are the most interested about, so that we can go maybe in terms of tactics, technique, percentages, what we are working on, maybe on Mercato or other topic. Let me know in the comment section. Sponsor. I changed the order. I want to speak first about Francesco Calvo. A lot of us were asking ourselves, what about the new sponsor? Will it be ready? Will we have one? What about the news that we heard that are not right? Calvo, Francesco, is with the team, together with Scannavino, together with Cristiano Giuntoli, is working on the new sponsor. And according to some rumors, the sponsor is closer than we were thinking. The objective would be that this first game of the year, we already have a deal with a sponsor. Then, will it be on time and ready to have all the shirts stamped with a sponsor? I don't know, but that's the objective. We would love to. After analyzing some offers, like for example Barcelona with UNICEF, like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Middle East offers, after Juventus refusing because they were not thinking that the offer was enough, or maybe some other because the values were not matching. They're looking really for someone that they can work on multiple years, that can increase brand of Juve, but also Juve can bring something to the sponsor. So it's a mutual collaboration that they are looking for a strong partner. The last voices are speaking about something, maybe a surprising one from USA. We don't know who it can be. We just have to wait a bit. But the US sponsor, guys, go and try to be creative in the chat. But sponsor closer than ever towards the 25-30 million euro, which is already more than the 20 million euro offered a few weeks ago from another sponsor. And now we go towards Mercato. Yesterday we saw him with the sunglasses of Cristiano Juventini. By the way, it would be nice if Juventus Football Club, they put it on the site so that we can buy the glasses of Cristiano Juventini. If you would love one, let me know if you would be ready to buy the sunglasses. I would love to. And then you see Scanavino next to him with his cap of Juve, and also him with the sunglasses that we're looking at everything. I tell you, they are watching a lot, but the phone of Cristiano is ringing a lot. If there is that battle between Roma and Leicester for Soulé, and Roma that is trying to be strong of that agreement with the player, about the player that has chosen Roma as its favorite destination between Leicester and Roma, waiting, trying to save 1 million here, 1 million there, could not play in favor of the Giallorossi, because I always told you here there is a third team that the papers were not speaking that much about. Every time it was Leicester, Roma, Roma, Leicester. I always continue to tell you, pay attention, mind West Ham. And West Ham is about to offer to Juve the 35 million euro that Juventus is requesting. So what is the situation now about Soulé? Juventus, they will say, we have the highest bid of West Ham. Now, or if you want to go to one of these teams, or the other team is able to pair that offer of West Ham, or at the moment you continue to stay here. What I feel, and I already told you yesterday and 2 days ago, I don't think that Soulé will even participate in that first friendly against Nuremberg. I think he will be gone before that. Let's monitor it, but that offer, that battle of West Ham entering the race in a concrete way can be only beneficial for the finances of Juventus. Technical side, that's another discussion that we already spoke about. Gazzetta dello Sport is speaking about, of course, the big objective that I yesterday said on the channel during the live. I anticipate you. I go with a bold statement. I think that Todibo will be a Juve player before the kickoff of Nuremberg Juve 5 p.m. Italian time on Friday. I'm not sure if he will join the team in Germany, but he can become a Juve player already, making some pictures with that shirt on before Friday. Giganti da Scudetto, Giants of Scudetti, because if it's true that Milan is going for Pavlovic, Juventus could close the deal for Todibo. Where are they at? Well, Nice opened to a possibility for a loan with an obligation to buy. Quite expensive loan, between 7 and 10 million euro for a loan for 1 year, with some easy to reach objectives, and if they are reached, then you can go for the obligation. No, you can go. You are obliged to go for the obligation. There is also the name of Nonge that is there. That could possibly a separated deal, but of course, if you are cashing in from Nice on Nonge, and you can lower a bit the request price of Todibo, that could be a great deal. Why am I telling you that they are accelerating? Today, Gazzetta dello Sport is also anticipating the same thing. They are saying Nice, they want to save 1 month of salary of Todibo, because from the moment that the month enters, they need to pay that full month, and they want to avoid paying a full month of Todibo for a player that will not even be there in the month of August. That's why it's important, guys, that we monitor the channel every single day. Put your notification ring on, because Todibo to Juve, c'est proche, I feel it. Corriere dello Sport is focusing on the exit. Juve 3 casi. Juve 3 kind of problems. Szczesny, Huijsen, and De Sciglio. Problems why? Because at the moment there are some offers, but there are no deals. there are no real offers. There are some, let's say some contacts, some curiosity, some rumors, but not real big offers. And when these offers, they are arriving, the players are not saying yes. If we go with the easiest one, De Sciglio, well, there is that possibility of Monza, but Monza is always dealing towards the end of the Mercato with Galliani. That's his strategy, so we'll have to wait for that. Huijsen receives a lot of offers and curiosity, a lot of talks, Stuttgart, Wolfsburg, etc., but he considered that these teams are not at the level yet. He wants better, he wants more, like the Paris Saint-Germain that was really curious about the player, but at the moment they are not going. So there is always something that makes that, no, is it because he's forcing in these talks that he wants to be a starter in a stellar team and that the teams are saying, no, we can't. You know, like when you are playing FIFA and you have so what you will pay him in terms of salary, that you need to negotiate the length of contract, and then you also have, you know, like important player, crucial player, prospect. Well, maybe there they don't find an agreement with Huijsen, so we'll have to wait a bit longer for Huijsen. Third name is Szczesny. After Al Nassr stopping, maybe there is Al Ittihad, but there is also there another one with Ederson. So let's see. Monza is still paying attention. There are a lot of players outgoing for this week, possibly Barbieri to Venezia. Oh no, to Barbieri to Venezia, yeah. There is Genoa that is on possibly Muharemovic. Como is interested in Arthur, but also some Premier League teams. Rugani, Bologna. There is Miretti, even if he extended, that could be on loan to another team. There is even Como that would be ready to pay a price, but Juventus said no. They are interested, Como, on other players of Juve. I told you about Arthur, also about Nicolussi. Nicolussi is waiting a bit. He said no to Venezia. Juve would have sold Nicolussi for 7-8 million euros to Venezia. So a lot of outgoing news. I'm checking my page here. Ake to Verona. Guys, if we have now a lot of players, and Giuntoli said there is nobody out of project, it's true that Motta said it. I want to work with 23, 24 players. I don't want to work with 30, 35 players. That's too much for me. Well, Juventus will exit to take that money, without forgetting that we will not speak about too much today, the name of Koopmeiners. That also this week we can see that first real concrete offer, increased offer to Atalanta. We see Gazzetta that is starting to imagine a team. They have put Cabal as a left back with Cambiaso on the right side, Bremer, Todibo in the middle with Danilo under brackets, Douglas Luiz, Kefren Thuram in that 4-2-3-1 with Adeyemi, Galeno, one of both on the right side, Koopmeiners in the middle, Yildiz on the left, and then Dusan Vlahovic. Or a 4-3-2-1, that is another option with more or less the same men, with Locatelli there, Gatti in center of the defense next to Bremer, if Todibo would not arrive. I forgot about Di Gregorio, but of course Di Gregorio will be first goalkeeper. So you have options there, but of course we need to close the deals, because Koopmeiners is not there yet, and also no offensive winger at the moment. After Soulé, we need to understand the situation of Chiesa. Sancho is further away because Juventus waited a lot, because Chiesa didn't decide yet, because Soulé is not gone yet, so Juventus waited, and because we have other priorities. And what happened is, like we did, for example, for Cabal, entering the race and being really fast, well, Paris Saint-Germain could possibly go on Sancho. So monitor that situation. On the other side, Juventus looks like they want to go for a fourth elite son after Wea, Kefren Thuram, Federico Chiesa, sons of great players from the past. Well, they could possibly go for Consensao. Young player that you can read on a record. Juventus is about to prepare their plan to attack Porto to go for Consensao, for the son of Consensao. It's a player that is young, 21 years old, left foot player, can play a bit on the left, but especially his specialty is on the right side of the field. Young player, right winger, could be a real asset for Juventus, a player that I really like. It's a bit the better version of Ndoye from Bologna. On the other side, he's not yet at the max level. There is a lot of progression in that player that needs to be seen. So wait, let me know if you like Consensao, yes or no. So maximum like if you haven't yet. Please continue to subscribe. Grazie, forza, Juve.